Hey y'all, it's your girl Claudia Jordan, and we are back with TGIF. We're here to spill the tea and break down the biggest headlines in the news and on social media. And later on the show, we are catching up with Madison Crowell, a graduating high school senior who has just broken history with her college acceptance record. So we are loving when we get to do positive stuff like this and celebrate the youth. Now sit back, relax, and get ready to sip this hot tea. We're going to keep it clean when our guest gets here. But before that, we're going to have a little bit of mess. Please welcome Al Reynolds. What's up, Al?
Hey, what's going on, Claudia? What's going on, soulmates?
We are good. And please welcome Armand Wiggins. What's up, Armand?
What's going on? I'm excited for today's show. I'm ready to get into these topics.
Okay, so we're going to behave right now and not drink until the guest gets here. Is that what's going on? Or Al, are you drinking?
Oh, I'm drinking hot tea, babe.
Okay, good. Okay, everyone needs to have their voices silky smooth for this show. We have a lot to get into. Let's get into these topics. Keyshia Cole is clapping back at Scrappy after he alleged that her relationship with Huncho was fake and set up by a record label. Take a look.
That's cross marketing.
So that's Keyshia Cole
Yes, and Huncho.
right?
So Keyshia Cole probably did pay Huncho.
The actual person don't do it, the label do
The
it.
label did.
Keyshia Cole fired back by denying the allegations and tweeting, "Bleep, you get paid to fake relationships like you said, trying to get clicks. Hopefully this helps." All right, do y'all think Keyshia has to fake a relationship? And is Scrappy projecting since Diamond recently revealed he faked relationships for love in hip hop? Armand, what do you think about this?
I don't know. I think she might have taken it the wrong way. She might actually be the look. Maybe he was saying that the relationship is fake because Huncho needed a high profile woman to be, on his arm. So I don't know. I think she took it like she was paying for him. And I don't think that, he's actually the look for her. She would actually benefit him more than he benefits her. So I think she may have taken it out of context. And let's not act like this doesn't happen. I mean, allegedly it happened with Black China, Lori Harvey. So we've seen this before where women get with men to kind of help kick off their career.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Al, what do you think? Do you think this is a fake relationship and they weren't really together? It's just for the benefit?
I got to be honest with you. Keyshia Cole, like I said before, right here on this platform, keeps a handsome man on her arm. So I don't care if it was paid for or not. They look good. They look hot. She makes him look good. He makes her look good. To me, this is a win-win across the board. And of course, this happens not only just in the rap game and in music, it happens in film too. I mean, remember, I think, what was that, 2019, when that veteran publicist exposed everybody in Variety or one of those about how a lot of the A-listers, they view themselves as brands, and depending on who they match with, can invite more people to connect to their brand. So shoot. And look, I know little old me, after my divorce, I got these type of propositions. I'm sure Claudia did too. So this is absolutely nothing that's not, that's new or that's new founded or doesn't happen, because it does.
You got to ask for to be a fake
what's the
relationship?
proposition? That's what I want to get into.
When you both like to know. When you like to know. When you like to know.
The proposition.
Listen, it happens. It comes through the publicist. They usually send you a contract. And, they say this is what you'll get if you decide to help promote or be with that person on the carpet. They give you the number of times you have to be in appearances, etc.
And you said no to that, Al? He said no to that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. And so Deandra said Keyshia is too real a fake relationship. The way she sings about love and heartache, I don't see her doing that at all. And Miss 0810 said, Keyshia, love them young guys. This is not fake. That's true. She does look a young, handsome guy. And Kay Press said, I don't see her faking. She's been through too much with N-words. I will say this, definitely not just in music. There's a lot of people faking the funk, faking that they like women, faking that they like you, like faking that they like men. And lying or fake, with age gaps, there's a lot of it. We just never know anymore. So I guess I will just say time usually will tell and reveal these things if we see like how they really interact. Hopefully Keyshia don't need to do all this, especially after she went through all that nonsense with AB. Remember AB, the football player, that's quite a character, how he kind of tried to embarrass her like that. So hopefully she's not doing that. All right, moving on. Gold just might end up closed. The plastic surgery company is now being sued by a woman who alleges sexual exploitation. She brought claims of medical malpractice, sexual harassment, and non-consensual sexual contact against them. The lawsuit claims that one of the doctors was accused and even suspended for similar allegations last year. Now, Gold is facing malpractice lawsuits in New York, New Jersey, and Georgia. All right, what do y'all think about these allegations? Do you think they prey on vulnerable people looking for cosmetic surgery? Al, we got to go to you first on this. This is legal. What do you think?
Sure. You know, this is the deal about Goals. Goals is a marketing machine, and they've done such a great job with marketing their low costs for a new booty or for plastic surgery. And we all know that, especially, you know, with women of color, they have really helped boost their profit margins because they trust and believe what they're being marketed, because they market through Instagram, they market through celebrities, they market it through well-known IG people to give them the confidence to use them. But I'm going to tell you what, ever since I remember reading this article in Marie Claire, and it was an article online about this woman who went to Goals in Harlem, and I lived in Harlem at the time, and she just walked through how horrible experience it was when she flew back home to, I think it was Detroit. Her body was just botched, and she got septic, and it was just a horrible situation. So I personally don't understand. I don't care who's marketing it. I don't care if they're on the top network, if they are one of the coolest influencers on all of IG. Why don't you read the articles about the plastic surgery center? Because if you do, you see they have a history of, you know, some personal injury lawsuits, as well as employees telling you that it's not everything that you think.
Ayo Mike said, when Netta and Charles went to Goals, we should have known they were a scam. Jay Bay says, they have a history of unalivings. That's a comment. That's not from us. And Miss Keita Johnson said, not BBL on discount. City Baby 415 said, Goals is ghetto. Armand, do you think
Child, I'm not surprised. You know, Goals to me is the McDonald's of plastic surgery. It's like microwave plastic surgery. And to me, I feel like they find any ratchet influencer on the, you know, to give them, you know, a new body. And, you know, typically those people are looking for, you know, promo or like a new body for promo. So they don't have a lot of money, but they want that celebrity look. They want the new body. They want the shape. They want the BBL, and they trade it for promotion. So Goals, they get you up in there. They draw two lines on you. They jab you up, and you're all messed up. I mean, I've seen, you know, some people that have gotten work done. I'm like, they didn't even really take their time and align the lines and really carve your body out. They just draw a couple lines and boom, lay you on a table. And everybody in there that, you know, from the looks of it, looks ratchet as heck. So I don't know. I just feel like, you know, there's a market for it, but you get what you pay for, or you get what you don't pay for, in my opinion. So I'm not surprised that this is happening.
You know, it would behoove them to do good work, because they have these people that do have a lot of eyeballs on them, and they're getting this reputation of, you know, they're having some problems there. So it's like, I don't think it's gonna be much longer before they end up getting shut down. They do have quite a track record that is not that favorable, and I would definitely not go there. I'm gonna just say that right now. But Charles and Netta, like, they did their surgery and they put abs on top of on top of a belly. Like, they didn't really bring him in like that. And I thought, like, poor thing. Like, I wonder if he doesn't even know that they didn't even do it right. And, you know, it's a mess. But Tina Lester said they're getting people to promote it for clicks and likes. Do better research. And Brooklyn Libra said it went from BBL to BLB, botched looking bodies.
Yeah, a guy I know went to go get, you know, I guess body contouring and lipo, and he's still fat. You know what I mean? You even had the chin lipo and you still fat. Like, I'm just like, what did they do? But you pay for it. You know, they probably didn't do that much because they didn't really, you know, pay.
Seems like they're more about quantity and not quality. Like, they try to get a lot of people through those doors every day. Like, y'all gotta slow down. All right, y'all. Well, it looks like Donald Trump talked his way into some trouble. He was recently held in contempt and fined for violating his court-ordered gag order over 9 times by making posts on his platform, Truth Social Media. Do you think Trump will do anything serious enough to jeopardize his name being put on the ballot this November? Armand, what do you think about this?
Absolutely not. I'm telling you, Trump is going to go on the ballot and he might win the election. I just feel like Trump is one of those people where even if you want them to go away, somehow they're like a cat with 9 lives and they just keep getting through. You know, I just feel like, you know, Trump would have to die for him not to be on this ballot. Like, it's going to happen because it's going to be a part of the conspiracy. It's going to be a part of, like, the amazement, the awe, the disbelief of the people that he went through all of this and somehow came out becoming the president.
Yeah, I'm afraid you might be right. Al, what are your thoughts?
Personally, I think that it's a joke and it's embarrassing to our democracy how we allowed this president to do all of these things that he's done, violate all of these laws. Like, it's just, to me, it's embarrassing to be an American if you use him as the example. But let me tell you something. What really is concerning me now, I had to do the calculations. Not only does Trump have the ability to be put and left on that ballot, he possibly could win. And listen, even if Georgia or the state of New York comes through with a guilty verdict, he could still appeal, and he could keep us in the appeal phase for years. That's why it's taken us 4 years to get here now, due to all of the appeals. So can you imagine, even if there is a conviction in the state of Georgia, even if there is a conviction in the state of New York, all he has to do is appeal it through the election cycle, appeal it his first 2 years in the term, and then appeal it until the end. And next thing you know, this president, who is just laden with all types of lawsuits, can still serve as, what would he be, the 46th or the 47th president of the United States of America. To me, that's a joke. It's embarrassing to our democracy, and it's embarrassing for me to even be an American talking about the possibility of him becoming the president again.
I think it sets a bad example that, why do we obey laws? It starts at the top. I mean, I think it sets a really bad example to look at all the January 6th people. They were like, well, shoot, he told us to do it. We're going to do it. I mean, it's obvious that he's setting an example and getting people really feeling themselves. Look at the kinds of crimes that have increased since he's been around, and how he's inspired a nation of people, a nation of mouth breathers, people that breathe like this. Those people, a lot of not so smart people. Trump said he loves the poorly educated. He's inspired them to go and think they can attack the Capitol and do a whole bunch of other things with these racist attacks. He's electrified them. And if he gets off on all these other cases, right, and does appeal or is appealing, he's still put out the image that you can pretty much do what you want. And you don't really have to listen to these laws, even a gag order, But the judge is playing with the notion, which I don't know if they really do it, of maybe throwing him in jail if he keeps violating. It's been 9 times. The average American person would have not only been fined the $1,000 per each offense, but they would have been thrown in jail by now in contempt. And we got to keep the same energy. And the Supreme Court is over there arguing, the conservatives, that he can basically do whatever he wants. I'm sorry, not the Supreme Court. Trump's lawyer is arguing against the Supreme Court, saying he should be able to do whatever he wants. Shouldn't matter because he was president. It's unbelievable the amount of taint licking that's happening with this man. It's embarrassing. All right, coming up next in the House, we have the #1 high school student in the nation, Madison Crowell. And later, find out how a fan got $1 million with the help of Michael Jordan. Hey, cousin, keep it locked. We'll be right back. Hit that like button. Stick around. Great interview coming up next.
Scene 103, take 1.
I thought we'd be on the same page about this, and we're not.
How do I know the way I'm going to respond to it?
I want you to get the vaccine because I want you to be safe.
What if you end up in the hospital? That's what I'm scared of.
If you was to die, man, that would literally kill me, man.
Can I hug you?
Yeah. If it made you feel that way, bro, I'll probably do. I love you, man. I love you too.
This one's for the real ballers and shot callers, the sisterhood of women in tech. They're discovering cures, building apps, and programming the blockchain. They're CEOs, worldwide hustlers who can make it rain. They're tearing down the old boys club and seeing big gains. Because when women in tech come together, you know they make that change.
Freedom. It's at the core of who we are. The freedom to live without fear, to jog where we please, to wear a hoodie. The freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
Welcome back to TGIF. All right, tonight we are chopping it up with a bright young scholar who was ranked #1 in the nation for receiving the most money in scholarships and college acceptance letters in college history. Please welcome Madison Crowell. Welcome to the show, Madison.
Welcome, Madison.
Thank you for having me.
Well,
I know you're great, Madison, because your daddy is a Kappa.
All right, Madison, thanks for stopping by. Are you nervous at all? Is this your first time on TV?
No, I've been on TV plenty of times before this.
Oh, my bad. She's like, I'm a star. You haven't heard, but you should be a star because of what you've done and what you've accomplished. Let's get right into it. Tell us where you're from and what inspired your drive in school to be such a great student.
So I'm from Hinesville, Georgia, which is about 45 minutes away from Savannah. And I knew that I always wanted to achieve great things in school and academically and even, just in the community. So my parents have always pushed me to do my best.
Oh, I really like to hear that. That's right. Excellence. That Kappa brother of mine always pushes excellence. Madison, the rumor has it that you have applied to hundreds, not 5, not 10, not 20, not 50, but hundreds. How many colleges have you been accepted to? And tell me, how does this process feel?
I've been accepted into over 230 colleges, and the process, it's been a bit rocky sometimes, but I have a great support system of my school and my family and my friends, so I always feel grounded.
Very good.
Wow, 200 colleges. That is amazing. I mean, I don't even think I got accepted to one.
Oh,
but okay.
No, Armand.
Okay, so listen. So, Madison, you've been awarded tons of money in scholarships. So what is the total as of today?
As of today, it is $14.7 million.
Oh, my God.
How much of that you get to keep?
Whichever school that I'm going to. So I'm going to High Point University. The money that they offer me is the money that I'll be able to keep, as well as the private scholarships here from the community.
You can't get any leftover, the extra, the overspill. I mean,
do
we work something out here?
They're going to give that money to more deserving students who are actually going to attend the institutions.
Oh, look at her. She's not even corruptible like we tried. You know what? You're a good kid. All right, Madison, have your family and friends been supportive of your accomplishments? And are there people you've had to distance yourself from, to stay focused? Like, it's easy to get distracted, especially you the hot girl. Like, you doing your thing, you bet on TV, 14 million thrown your way. So I want to know about
yeah,
that.
there's definitely people and things that I have to distance myself from. It's a matter of self-control and having discipline and knowing what's best for me and my future. So, just making sure that the people that I'm hanging around is worthwhile and that they're actually going to contribute to me and my future.
I like that. You're so smart and so brilliant and just sound nice too. Madison, tell me this though. We're at TGIF, so we got to get some tea out of you. So, do you know what you want to major in yet? Do you want to know the difference that you want to make in your life and other people's life?
Yes, so I will be majoring in exercise science and hopefully being able to get my doctorate of physical therapy in the future. And so with that, I want to make sure that I'm being, I want to serve underserved communities and the elderly, to make sure that we are staying on top of our health, because that's something that we struggle with now. So I want to make sure that as a physical therapist, I want to make sure everybody's getting their exercise in, that they're eating the right diet, and making sure that we're all healthy.
Before we go to Armand's question, which is the question that everybody wants to know the answer, I want to just read a few of the comments in the chat and give you your love. Sylvia Andrews said, Madison, many blessings. Jawanda Durham said, I'm so proud of her. And Jermaine Tart said, shine, go on to do great things. And Last King said, Madison is a beautiful representation of a young Black woman.
Right. Absolutely. That is the best way to end that questioning, because you're exactly right. Now, Madison, the time has come. Can we get a drum roll, please? All right, Madison. What college have you decided to attend?
I've decided to attend High Point University in High Point, North Carolina.
All right. Congratulations. The high point for having you. That's what I'm going to say. Congratulations. The high point for having you. Madison, before we let you go, why did you choose High Point University, and what advice do you have for other scholars like yourself?
As before I even stepped on campus, all the mail that they were sending and emails, it really felt like it was curated and catered to me. So when I stepped on campus, I felt like I was at home. Everybody was family. Me and my admissions counselor are like best friends. We talk almost every day. And she makes it her duty to make sure that she's checking in on me to see how my college search is going. And now that I'm committed to High Point University, we will still keep a bond.
Okay. Well, Glow said, great job to your parents. The world needs more of this. So, Madison, we are very proud of you here at Fox Soul. We will be keeping up with your progress, and we also will be sending you a Fox Soul swag bag. Congratulations to you, and we expect to see big things from you. You are amazing and so classy and beautiful. We are very proud of you.
Thank you guys so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, coming up next, a lucky Chicago Bulls fan won a cool $1 million, and find out how. And later, is your man controlling? We get into some spicy tea mail. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
TGIF.
Can you imagine 30 million people walking around sexually frustrated because they can't get to their porn?
You're looking at one right now. I'm going to say this.
Every weekday.
I'll never live in Texas again. It's the worst.
What's your favorite porn, Armand?
Oh, I'm not getting into that. My God.
On Fox Soul.
Now, what's yours?
And listen, don't judge me, okay? Massage porn.
That's boring now. Give me a good three-way gang.
Oh, I knew it was going to come out.
Yes, yes.
When I got the opportunity to get her, there wasn't no choice. I told myself, I'm gonna take custody of my daughter. It's my baby. That's what we're supposed to do as men. Take care of our home, build a foundation, you know what I'm saying? Love, our money, she's my purpose. I'm here to walk with her, hold her hand until she can walk alone. Ain't nothing like being a father in this world.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual, and she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out.
Welcome back to TGIF. Once again, congratulations to Madison. That was such a beautiful segment. I love that we can celebrate Black excellence like that right here on TGIF. All right, y'all, let's get into this financial advice. Well, I won't say advice, recommendations, because it definitely is very helpful if you need it. Now, life doesn't happen bi-weekly, so why should payday? The money you earn can be in your hands today with Earnin. Earnin is an app that gives you access to your pay as you work, up to $100 per day or up to $750 per pay period. Just download the Earnin app and verify your paycheck, then access up to $100 a day as you work and leave an optional tip. Any money you access plus tips are automatically repaid from your next paycheck. Let me tell you something. I wish I had this when I was in college, because I certainly didn't get $14 million worth of scholarships. I was running those credit cards up, and I wish I would have had something more responsible to keep me more responsible, like Earnin, where I wasn't running up a credit card. I was borrowing against future earnings. I think this is a fantastic idea. Now make Earnin a part of your financial routine and join Earnin's over 3.5 million customers who say things like, when I think about Earnin, I think about financial stability and security. It gives me a lot of peace of mind. Download Earnin today, spelled EARNIN, in the Google Play or Apple App Store. When you download the Earnin app, type in TEA, that's T, under podcast when you sign up. It'll really help the show. That's TEA under podcast. Subject to your available earnings, location, daily max, and pay period max. See earnin.com/TOS for details. Earnin is a financial technology company, not a bank. Bank products are issued by Evolve Bank and Trust member FDICL. Tell us about your thoughts with Earnin.
Hey, listen, like I've said before, I think this is brilliant, especially when you have like unexpected expenses, whether it's like Claudia said, a vet bill or an auto mechanic bill, or if you have a wedding or a graduation or something in the money and it's in the middle of the month and you don't only get paid that week, it's a good way to get that advance so that you can still make the occasion happen, rise to the occasion, solve any of your problems, and it's paid back when you get paid. So you don't have to incur all those interest payments on those other types of short-term loans. I think Earnings is a thumbs up, and anybody in need financially should try it.
All right, promotional considerations furnished by Earnin. Now let's get back into some more topics. We can all agree that social media tends to resurface some of the most random facts in pop culture history. So it's only fair that we unpack those facts in our T Fact of the day. All right, today's T Fact comes from Don Calhoun. In 1993, he entered into a $1 million basketball contest to make a shot from 75 feet away. There's less than a 1% chance of achieving this, but he made it. However, the insurance company refused to pay because he played basketball in the past, which was against the contest rules. But Michael Jordan stepped in with sponsors and teammates and made yearly payments until he received his full $1 million. What do y'all think of this story and MJ's generosity? Al, what do you think?
You know what? In my years of hanging out with celebrities, MJ has been the most gracious to me and the most generous, and I've seen him do this over and over and over and over again. He's just that dude for me. And not only did he make sure this young man got his payment, which has lasted him up until a year ago or so, he also made sure that this young man got the ball signed that he kept from when he won the shot. To me, that just speaks volumes to MJ. And MJ, keep up the great work, young man. I hope all of this has worked out for you. And I just love this story all the way around.
Well, Don didn't know until Jordan helped him pay. Didn't know Jordan helped him pay until much later when Don wanted to get the ball he used to win signed. And some of the money that he won went towards sending his son to college. And his son is now a successful medical doctor. Ahmad, what do you think about this story?
I think they should have gave that guy his money, you know, like whether he was a basketball player or not, that's not an easy shot to make. Okay. And a lot of people, well, obviously no one really made the shot until he did. And he started history with contests in sports. So I think Michael Jordan, that was phenomenal for him to do that. And what I liked about the guy when he won the money, he didn't even go and like stop working. He kept working his job because he was like, this doesn't make me feel rich. I'm going to keep going to my 9 to 5 where he was only making like $38,000 a year. So he was a humble guy. I don't feel like he was trying to cheat the system. So I'm glad that he was able to get his money at the end of the day.
Bougie Barbie says, nice thing to do. Nice that nice still exists. And the Chanel F said, I see why Larsa is not leaving his son. And LaShawna Monique said, MJ's mom used to live in my neighborhood, my childhood neighborhood in Naperville, Illinois. Oh, the all right. Yes. What'd you say?
It goes to show you how these contests and these games are rigged. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, we don't want you to have any knowledge of basketball, but you can win $1 million if you can make this shot. Yeah.
Right.
Good luck.
and make it very, very hard. I will say this. I know MJ likes to get his gamble on. That's for sure. But he got
Have you guys went gambling together before?
No, I don't know him like that. I met him one time at a party I hosted, a Super Bowl party in Tampa. And the guy that I was dating was really good friends with him. They used to gamble. And we were all supposed to go to Vegas one time. I missed my flight. And I was so mad because I'm like, I would have been like, cousin, can you put 10,000 right here on number 8 on craps? But no, I won't say that I know him because I don't know him, but I've met him in passing. But I did lie when I was a kid and say, I think he's my cousin. All right, keep it locked because coming up next, Kobe is called out by former friends and later find out about Ciara's new job. Stay tuned.
You know how to fry chicken?
No, I don't.
You ain't got no
Give me that black card back.
TGIF.
It's not about blackness. I don't make any fried foods, okay?
Boo!
The chat is going in about this fried chicken. Lynette19 said, I am blackity black and fried chicken is not my favorite go-to meal. Stop with the stereotypes, okay?
Live and interactive.
Oh, Al, you don't even cook, please.
Fried chicken, fried fish. Come on, baby.
On Fox Soul.
You see certain things get reincarnated in your children. My daughter is very much inspired by my wife's artistic pursuits. So my daughter started making necklaces. She makes what we call affirmation fashion. I tell her every day that your black is beautiful. Your black is beautiful. Your black is beautiful. And if there's anything better than being beautiful, it's being smart. And if there's anything better than being smart, it's being kind. And reaffirming that every day is our method of making sure her chin never drops. My dad wasn't around. And I remember riding a bike and falling off and cutting myself, and me never just wanting to get back on it. People ask, how your children learn how to ride a bike, and you didn't. I didn't teach them. I just created an environment where they taught themselves, and all I had to do was be there.
Welcome back to the show. Shout out to the soulmates in the chat. Y'all be keeping it lively in there. We appreciate you. All right, it's now time for us to give advice to our soulmates who are dealing with crazy situations and may need a little guidance. This is our T-mail of the day. I always marvel that you guys ask for our advice when our lives be all over the place. Like, are you sure this is what y'all want? But okay, here we go. This email comes from Kiki in Las Vegas. She writes, Claudia, Al, and Armand, I love watching the show, but now it's me that needs advice. I have a best friend who is more like a sister, but she has a man that I believe is controlling, but she's so head over heels, she doesn't see it. He constantly tells her what she can and cannot wear outside of and tracks her every move on his phone. He recently got mad at her for cutting her hair without his approval. Do you all feel you need permission from your partner before you make changes to yourself? And should I continue to say something? Should I continue not say anything? Al, let's start with you. Should she say something to her friend or what? What do you think?
Listen, I say in this case, as long as he's not physically abusing her, just keep the lines of communication open with her and telling her what you're observing as a friend and why it concerns you. I think that's fair. It's very hard to come in between a woman and a man and a woman, or anybody when it comes to a relationship. So don't ruin the friendship that you've had for so long trying to come in between them, but be there to support her. Continue to let her know what you're observing and letting her know how that makes you feel. Now, for me, I never think about when it comes to cutting hair or sharing that or telling that to my significant other. And for men that kind of boss that around or govern that, that's always a red flag for me. Tracking me, that would be a red flag for me. So for me, as a friend, if I was watching all of this, I would just be taking notes and telling her, listen, according to what I have read about abusive relationships, this is checking a lot of the box office, and I just want you to be aware about it so that you'll be safe because I'm your friend.
Okay, Armand, are you getting involved or not?
First of all, I'm not going to get involved just because of my experience with dealing with people in relationships. At some point, first of all, I don't really want you telling me what to do in my relationship. And so I'm not going to tell you what to do in your relationship, because at the end of the day, you will become the outsider if you get involved, and she will go be with that man and be controlled or whatever you think is going on. And you will lose your friend or your sister. You get what I'm saying? So at that point, you may tell her once, but don't keep telling her, because at the end of the day, she'll keep hiding things from you, and then you'll be ostracized from the relationship. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. There are some times where you need to listen to your partner and see what they're saying. I remember one time I told my man, I was like, hey, I'm going to get a blonde dread unit. That man looked at me and was like, you better not get no unit, no blonde dread unit. And I really wanted it. But he was like, Armand, if you do that, we're going to have a problem. And he wasn't being controlling, but he didn't like that. And he like, I didn't sign up for that. You know what I mean? It's like me telling my man, hey, I want to kind of dress and drag now. You know, if you didn't sign up for that, maybe, you know, he has the option. Now, if it's a simple haircut, then you guys talk about it. If he, you know, and he should let her have the haircut. But, you know, there is some times where you need to ask permission or just see where, you know, where they're at with it. Because at the end of the day, they might not be into it.
And I am in full agreement with your ex-man or your man that said no blonde unit. No. I'm gonna say this. I've been on both sides. I will say what has worked for me. I recently had a friend that I kind of talked her out of like a situation she was in, and the difference in her self-esteem has been beautiful to watch. But I wasn't overbearing. I can't just say, well, if I was you, I would do this. You got to kind of be gentle with your people, maybe suggest things, but, or just offer like, listen, I want you to be happy, but I'm here for you. If you want to like get out of this, I will help you. I would never just like kind of put my foot down, because it's not my place to put my foot down, but it is my place to be a supportive friend. And you're right. A lot of times they run on back to that person anyways. But in my case, with my gentle kind of friendship with my friend, she left, moved on, and has not gone back. And I'm very, very proud of her. She is actually watching the show right now. I'm not going to put you on blast, but I know you're watching because you already texted me. And I'm very proud of you, friend. I'm very proud of you. You made the decision. You got out of it, and you are flourishing now. And you did it on your own. I didn't make you do it. You did it, and I'm proud of you. So just be a supportive friend. Nana Oben said, I personally would walk away from the friendship if they're not receptive, and wish her luck. Patrick Thornton said, you might lose your friend and he might kick your ass. Okay. And why said, yeah, they said you might lose your friend and he gonna beat you up too. New York said, girl, you better mind your business if you want to keep your friendship. Mm-hmm. And then, D Love said, she's gonna tell him everything you say. Ooh, some friends are like that.
Oh, they do that.
All right. Well, soulmates, be sure to DM Fox Soul on Instagram if you are in need of some advice. Who knows, your letter might get read like right here live on this show. Let's jump back into some more topics. A former restaurant chef in Houston has been fired and is facing multiple charges for putting his genitals into a jar of jelly. Oh, he black. Man, I knew he wasn't black. He black.
It was the jelly.
Oh, and possessing child pornography. The owner of the restaurant released the following statement shortly after the arrest. We took immediate action by shutting down our establishment, cleaning the entire space, discarding all existing inventory, and contacting the police to have the employee arrested immediately. What are your thoughts on this very disgusting story? Armand, let's go to you first.
I just feel like this had to be a joke going wrong. To stick your nuts in some jelly is crazy. Like, were you bored at work? Like, in my mind, I'm just like, what would possess you? And then you're black. So for me, I just don't see black people doing stuff like this. Like, where's the catch? But, here's the thing. I just think this is why it's important that your parents told you when you're young, pray over all your food, because you never know what people are doing to the food. And this is just an example of what people are doing. Hey, at the end of the day, whether it's nuts in the jelly or not, yeah, it's wrong. Prosecute them, send them to jail. But I ain't going to stop eating out. So, I probably had some nuts in my jelly before. Thank God I'm healthy, but this is why you have to pray over your food and just understand that's the risk that you take when you go out, because these people out here is crazy. But I'm going to still keep eating out.
When we started this show 4 years ago, I would have never thought I may have had some nuts in my jelly, or it would be said on the show, but here we are. Al, what do you think about this story?
This is disgusting. I don't cook, so I rely on delivery or eat it out all the time. For me, I tell you what, this is making me rethink it though. So I might find myself either doing more factor meals or learning how to cook.
I really felt the disgust in your face and your energy right now. Like, you're really disgusted.
That's gross.
D-Love said he got a mouthful of jelly. And, we got a mouthful of nuts in his jelly. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nuts in the jelly in the nut. Okay. Rosanna L. Bivens said, just plain nasty. And Yaya 502 said, gross. He looks like he's holding the jelly in his mouth. Look at him.
Gives a whole new meaning to peanut butter and jelly.
Okay.
That was a gut. Wow. Nah.
So no one walked in as he's dipping his nuts in the jelly. Like, okay.
Like, are you holding it? Like, how are you doing that? Like, are you squatting in the jelly? Are you teabagging jelly? Yeah, like, what were you thinking?
Yeah, we're not mature enough for this segment. So
then to do that means the whole back part, because if you squat, that means the hole is over the jelly too. I mean,
okay.
I don't know. Okay.
There is a lot of exposure going on. So yeah, you're right. All right, Kobe Bryant. Look at Al. He's disgusted. Kobe Bryant might be dead and gone, but that hasn't stopped his former friend Kevin Sanchez speaking out against him. Take a look.
This is what I need you to do. I'm out here struggling. I got 2 kids. I got a family, man. All I want to do is go back with you. You get me out there, LA somewhere, man. Put me with somebody where I can make my own money. I don't want nothing free. I don't want to work. I don't want to do nothing but work for it. He Kobe Bryant. He could put me with anybody. But or he could do it himself. Put me as a security on the security team. Anything. We were super tight. There's no way he shouldn't do this for me.
This sound like a clout chaser or a hurt friend lashing out. Al, what do you think?
I think it could be a combination of both. I actually don't like participating in these type of conversations or hearing them, at least, because the person that he's talking about is no longer here to defend himself. I come from the mantra that there are 3 sides to every story. It's his side, Kevin's, there's Kobe's side, and then it's the truth. But we can hear his side. We never will hear Kobe's side now, so we won't ever really know what's the truth. So for me, why is he sharing this now? And what's the point of it? Because to me, that's the part that's making him look like he's clout chasing. But what are you actually going to get out of it? You're going to get a couple likes, maybe a couple follows, and that's it. And then you're going to have to go back and look for another job.
Latest celebrity news said, boy, Kobe don't owe you, Armand, what do you think?
I feel like it's less of a clout chaser, but more of an entitled friend that doesn't understand that, they don't have their stuff enough together for Kobe to stick his neck out there for you. Sometimes you have these people that mean well, but they just don't have their life together. I've had friends like that where it's like, okay, I will bring you along. I can give you work, but you're always going to have an issue. You're not really that great of a worker. So I'm not going to give you a reference to one of my friends, or I'm not going to bring you on as an employee of mine because it's always going to be something. And then we might have to fall out. This guy was in jail, got out of jail, went back to the streets, and you're mad because Kobe didn't put you on. Dude, you're not responsible enough to be in these spaces. It's not that I don't care about you or I don't love you, but I really don't want to fall out with you because you're not ready for the big leagues and you just don't get it. And I'm trying to tell you in a nice way, like, show me some consistency for a minute, and then I'll bring you in. But you don't just walk into success because you know me. You got to do it on your own first.
See, me said, not you sitting around blaming a dead man for your lack of progress. I remember I had this friend, right? And when I got on one of my shows, she's like, started being real weird with me. And she said something like, we made a pact that whoever made it first was going to take care of the other. First of all, I never made that pact. And what were you going to? You weren't even in the business. And I remember thinking, like, it's the entitlement. Like, the people that are in the entourage that's like, we won the game. We got a show coming up and you don't have a show. Now, Kobe may or may not have been cheap with you or not. I don't know that. And he is deceased, so he cannot defend himself. But it's the entitlement of the friends that hang around successful people. If Kobe wanted to set you up, he would have set you up. He doesn't have to set you up. I will say this to other adults out there. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody, not even your parents. You are a human. You are here on your own. It's nice to get a head start. It's nice when people do things for you. But to have this sense of entitlement that someone owes you anything, or because they're wealthy, they're supposed to always get the bill, get you, put you on. Do you know when you are the successful one in your group, how many people already have their hands out to you? You're not the only one that are looking for a break or a come up. He's got relatives. He's got the person he's with. He's got kids. He's got hundreds, if not thousands of people in his DMs. I got people in my DMs and I'm out nowhere near wealthy like that, okay? So I know Kobe had a ridiculous amount of people with their hands out. And I think I don't know why he thought this would be a good idea, because you're going to get criticized. A, the man is dead. B, you're a grown man that's not handicapped. And C, what are you getting out of this? What are you getting out of this? I don't understand. Chris Hoop said, next thing you know, it'll be Kobe's friend did this. Yaya 502 said Vanessa Bryant need to put a gag order on his clout chasing self. And Joanne Edwina said, Kobe Bryant has transitioned, so let it just be. Just like those people going after Michael Jackson's estate. He transitions, let him rest well, and you live well. Move on. And grown men.
He sounds lazy.
People, yes, you're grown. You're able-bodied. Go get your money. And a security job is what you wanted? No, you probably wanted some millions. Coming up, find out how a man's wife that he had murdered got the last laugh. Oh God, another damn. We'll be right back.
You know how to fry
fried chicken?
No, I don't.
You ain't got no.
Give me that black card back.
TGIF.
It's not about blackness. I don't make any fried foods, okay?
Boo!
The chat is going in about this fried chicken. Lynette19 said, I am blackity black and fried chicken is not my favorite go-to meal. Stop with the stereotypes, okay?
Live and interactive.
Oh, Al, you don't even cook, please.
Fried chicken, fried fish. Come on, baby.
On Fox Soul.
When I got the opportunity to get her, there wasn't no choice. I told myself, I'm gonna take custody of my daughter. It's my baby. That's what we're supposed to do as men. Take care of our home, build a foundation, you know what I'm saying? Love, our money, she's my purpose. I'm here to walk with her, hold her hand until she can walk alone. Ain't nothing like being a father in this world.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. And she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out.
Welcome back to the show. All right, Yuri Jenkins was charged with first-degree murder after arranging for his wife, Makiva, to be murdered. His motive was to get the $500,000 life insurance to allegedly pay off child support he owed after he cheated and got another woman pregnant while married. However, after her death, he found out his name was not even on the policy after he called the insurance company. Womp, womp, womp. What do you think of this senseless and selfish and stupid crime, Armand?
That is so broke and ghetto. Now, let me tell you something. This is one of those things that you kind of joke about. You know what I mean? When you hear like your dad or your mom has an insurance claim or a life insurance policy, you even joke about that with your spouse. But never in a million years do you think somebody actually would act on it. You know what I mean? But what's really sick about this whole situation is like he was there at the house and planned it with all his friends and then like removed the kids from the bedroom while the shooter came up and killed her and then ran in the room and acted like he wanted her to wake up and he needed her, all to try and get the $500,000. You know, it's not enough money in the world where I would kill my baby's mama to pay off my side chick and split the rest of the money with my homeboys. Like, that's some ghetto, broke mess. And it's really unfortunate. And I just hate that these are Black people that have done it.
Yeah, usually that's something that we don't really do. And it's like, you know, we hear about the others doing that. As you say, the clear people, that's something that we like. There's certain crimes that it's like stereotype. We're like, okay, we know what the race is, right? The fact that his name wasn't even on the policy is so rich. Like, it's so beautiful that it's unfortunate that she passed. It's unfortunate that she was killed. And I know I hope that's understood by this. We're not just making fun of that. But I do like that that's what he gets. That is what he gets. To kill someone over like a $500,000 policy for your own selfish means, it's just unbelievable, you know? It's unbelievable.
And I think it goes to show that she didn't trust him because I guess they were together back in 2009, got together, but then he cheated on her, but then they got back together. He helped her with her business. It started flourishing. It had been like 7 years later, but still, you know, that was her husband and all of these things, but she still didn't trust him to put him on that policy. There was something in her spirit that felt like, you know what, this dude is a little shaky. And I'm glad that's that female intuition that you guys have. That was amazing.
Yeah, it does be there sometimes. And sometimes we seem paranoid or thinking that we jumping the gun a little early, but a lot of times it does come to fruition. Al, what do you think about this story?
I do a crime series on TV One, and it's all African Americans, and it's called Crimes of Passion. It's called The Payback. So I'm used to reading these. I'm used to commentating on these, and you'd be surprised how crazy they don't think out the crime. And he's in a prime example of not thinking out the crime, because if there's one thing I would have definitely done before I committed the crime was to see if my name was on the insurance policy. Now you are stuck out there with nothing. But I do want to say this, and I say this to all the families that have experienced the death of a crime like this. My condolences go out to you, because this is a hard thing to digest. Someone that you love is just taken from you by someone who is so selfish, who's so self-centered and only cares about themselves, and used your family member for their good. That's just horrible experience when it comes to death. So condolences to the family.
Well, you're usually hurt not by a stranger, but by the one you love, and you're portrayed by the one you love, not the one that, you have no affiliation with. And that's sad that you have to sleep with one eye open, and someone that you made vows to that could be that much hating you, and you think this person loves you. Joanne Edwina said, "This is why I'm single. People do the most for the least. Relationships give me a headache. Y'all can keep it." Glow said, "It's not just ghetto. It's demonic." Mua said, "Evil has no race or gender." And Bougie Barbie said this, and I agree. "He would rather go to prison for murder than owing child support. Just simple-minded, just stupid, just dumb." All right. Sierra has a reason to celebrate. She will be joining American Idol as a mentor this season. She will be on for one night to help assist the contestants with their performances. What do you think of this? And if you could pick a judge that would make you watch American Idol, who would it be? Amon, I know you're heavy into the music scene. What do you think about this?
Woohoo! I guess. I mean, to be honest with you, I like Sierra, but I'm not enough to watch American Idol. I didn't even know people still watched American Idol. Honestly, I'm not interested. But if I had to pick, I would say, I would have to bring Nikki back. Y'all know that's my girl. She just makes for interesting television, and her personality and her judging the contestants, her facial expressions. It's just great TV. And 9 times out of 10, she's going to get into it with whatever co-host is there. So she's going to bring a lot of energy. Sierra, I think she'll be great performance, but Sierra's personality, it's a bit of a bore. So I'm not really interested in watching her on American Idol.
I love looking at Sierra. I think she's so pretty, and I think she's a great performer. Now, I'm going to go with I see your Nikki on American Idol, and I'm going to raise you, keep Nikki, and bring Cardi. So Nikki on one side and Cardi on the other. Like when Nikki was on with Mariah, it was like, yes. Everybody was watching. They were watching to see if they were going to throw shade. Al, who would you put on the panel of American Idol? What do you think about Sierra being on that?
I think I would put Sierra. Sierra is beautiful. Sierra can dance. I see her as a coach. I see her as, because they're supposed to help people with their careers. I see her as being developmental. I would have to say I would put Sierra. And if not Sierra, I probably would want to see someone like Missy Elliott. Someone like Missy Elliott, like a rapper, someone who really has a unique form of entertainment, a unique form of rapping, lyrics, and all that type of stuff. Definitely Sierra or somebody like Missy Elliott.
Okay, we have a comment. I got to say this one because he's a good friend of mine. Afro Singh says they should bring Genuine on. And I will say this, y'all. Listen, he's an OG. He really wants to be on one of these shows. So I'm putting it out there into the universe. He's a good friend of mine. We've had conversations about this. He really wants to be on one of these judge shows, but I think he'd be a nice judge. He wouldn't be like Simon. All right.
Oh, I got one more.
Okay.
I think this would be the best one out of all of the ones we named.
Who, Megan?
No, Fantasia. Fantasia. I think I would watch it if Fantasia was a judge. If she went back and judged the show, I think that would carry, because she actually can sing. You know what I mean? Nikki's not a singer. Sierra can't sing to me. Not enough to be a judge on the show, but I get it for the performance element. But Fantasia, she embodies what an American Idol star has become. So I think she'd be great.
Her globe has been so amazing. And then that was where she got her start. Okay, makes sense. Who is this? Says Mariah needs to come back in Paula Abdul. Oh, okay. Dr. Larry Speaks. What about Patti LaBelle? Oh, she would probably be.
She'd be a key.
I think so too.
It would be a key.
They are going in. All right, moving on. I want to thank our guest, the amazing. Wait, hold up. That's too early right now. Do we have more time? Yeah, that's a little bit early. Okay, listen, we have some time before the show is up, so we can just, you know what? Let's take some questions from the audience, I guess. Maybe we have some comments, or is there anything you guys want to talk about? Because we have some time here to.
We usually have those. What are some of those open topics that we talk about?
Oh, we have a question from one of our producers. Additional question: if American Idol started a dance version, what 3 judges would you want to see in that? Like a dance version of American Idol? Well, I guess I get that show, So You Think You Can Dance, like a dance show. What do y'all think about
a dance version would be like
Janet
Sierra,
Jackson,
Chris Brown,
Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, Jennifer Lopez, great one.
Yeah, Chris Brown, Usher.
Oh yeah, oh good.
Sierra could be on that.
Sierra could be on that for sure.
Okay. American Idol, they used to be so shitty on that show. And don't you? I think Paula Abdul's cup. I want to know what was in Paula Abdul's cup back in the day.
Remember, she told us.
Isn't she suing some of them?
I want to say she was on like muscle relaxers or painkillers.
Allegedly. Yep, we gotta protect ourselves over here. Soulmates, do you have any questions for the 3 of us or producers? We haven't had this time like this in a while. Back in the day, Armand, when Funky was here, we would have a segment sometimes where you can ask anything, and the Soulmates would get to ask us stuff, and we stopped because it got a little reckless. But I think maybe it might be kind of fun to bring that back. Oh, here's a question from Bonita Herring. Do you think Diddy is going to go to jail?
Oh, I think so. I think they'll catch him eventually. I think he's going to go to jail.
Al, what do you think?
I think he's going to be charged sooner or later. I think someone asked me, do I feel the earthquake? Let's see. Tanya Kelly said, Al, did you feel the earthquake today? I did not, because it was outside of LA a little ways. So I personally didn't feel it, but I was teaching this morning, and then after that I had to do a show. So I didn't feel it.
Okay, Tisa Davis says, are zodiac signs important before you date someone?
They are now. They definitely are now for me, just because, it lets me know a little bit more about the person's personality. But I feel like I only attract Leos. All of my best friends are Scorpios. My mom's an Aries, and yeah.
TM100 said, Claudia, any way you'll bring back Cocktails of Queens. I never wanted to go away. I love working with the ladies. I think it made it for a good balance. We have the perspective from the fellas and the perspective from the ladies. I wish I could bring it back somewhere, some way, or just get together and do some live shows somewhere. So Lisa Ray, Vivica Fox, and Selena, I'm down if y'all are. We've already talked about that before. We'd love to do that. Africa Sting says, Al Reynolds, who is your celeb crushes, male and female?
Male and female.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we tried to get, I think you know what, Afro Sings, you asked me that on my YouTube, and I couldn't come up with one then. Let me see. If I was thinking, who would it be? I really love, or I'm thinking is beautiful. Oh, I don't know. I have to take some time, but I'll come back to you. I'll definitely give you an answer because I don't have a lot of time to.
Armand, do you have crushes?
Crushes? Okay, I like Megan Thee Stallion. I feel like that's my female crush.
What?
I just feel like Megan Thee Stallion is fine.
Really?
Megan Thee Stallion is sexy.
She is fine. She got
Megan Thee Stallion is sexy, and I like the baby because I feel like the baby is hot too.
Oh, so you'd have loved to have been in a threesome with the 2 of them.
Oh, and you know who else is cute male-wise? What is his? Oh my God! I got a brain fart. Oh, Joey Badass. Boom.
Okay.
Superfly.
Okay. Tanya ATK said, Claudia, where do you win the most money at the casino? Craps table in Baccarat. One night I won 22,000. No, 19,000. 22 on the slot and 16 on craps. But I've lost a lot. Sneaker Queen, Claudia, has Bravo reach out to you to join new ROA? No, they have not. And asking if I'll go to Penn Relays to support my niece next year. Absolutely. Oh, who do y'all think won, Drake or Kendrick?
Oh, yes. Kendrick Lamar definitely won that. And there's nothing else to it. Kendrick won that.
Yeah, he got personal with it. Al, any opinion?
I'm not following it, so yeah. Don't ask me.
I think yeah. Oh, someone said a female crush, Teyana Taylor is a good one. Very, very sexy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we should do more of this on the back end of shows. We have time. Just take some questions, rapid fire. All right, I want to thank the guests, our amazing guests, the amazing Madison Crowell, and my co-hosts Al Reynolds and Armand Wiggins for joining me tonight Of course, and thank you for watching us on YouTube and all the other 16 other platforms we on. It ain't just on YouTube, y'all. We everywhere. And stay tuned for Fox Soul Face Off. We'll see you back tomorrow. Bye, fellas.
We'll be
Congrats,
drinking
Good night,
tomorrow.
soulmates.